Hello students, welcome to your science class students. So students, in the previous class in this chapter, that is light, we were talking about some of the numericals, which is some of the questions which is related to the position of the object and that of the images. We have seen that what will happen if the focal length is given to us, how can we find the center of curvature, and with the help of the value of the focal length and that of the distance from the pole to the center of curvature, that is the radius of the curvature, that help in finding that where will be the formation of the image happen if the object is kept in between or beyond to that of the C, between to that of the C and F, between to F and B, at F, at C, wherever it will be placed. Since we are knowing that what kind of image or nature of image will be formed, so it will be quite easy for us by knowing the value of the focal length and that of the value of the radius of curvature will help in finding the exact position of the image here. Moving on, and we have started with the sign convention of the concave mirror, student, which is really very important to understand. So what are the things which we have seen? So you see that first of all, the sign convention in which we have seen that all the distances measure from the pole through that of the pole. Obviously, whether if we have to measure the distance from the pole to the focus or to the center of curvature, it will always be measured through that of the pole. The second one we have seen, student, that the distance measured from that of the object, if it is moving in the direction of the incident of light, at that time we will take it positive. Okay, so distance measured in the same direction as that of the incident light. So this is the direction, it means towards, from that of the left to right, from left to right. So if the distance we have to measure from left to right, it means towards the direction of the incident light, then we will take that distance as positive. But if it is just opposite to that, that is right to left, at that time the distance measured will be taken as a negative. If the distance is in the upward direction, then we will take it as a positive, and the distance which is in the downward direction, it is taken as a negative. Now let us use this sign convention to that of the concave mirror, and we should find it that what will be the value of that of the object or that of the images. So you see here, that is the first thing that we should understand here, student, that all the distances are measured from the pole, and when you look at the concave mirror, students, or even through that of the convex mirror, you will always find that since the object is always moves toward that of the pole, so it is always taken as a positive. Okay, so we can write it here, that is here we can understand this concept like that, that is all the distance measured, all the distance measured from the pole of the mirror to the right side, is considered as positive. That is considered as positive. Okay, and all the distance, second one, all the distance measured from the pole of the mirror to the left is considered as negative. So all the distance measured from the pole of the mirror to the right side is considered as positive. Why is this so? Because here it is moving from left to right. We have seen that when the light moves in the direction to that of the incident light, that is called as a positive one. So here everything which is behind to that of the mirror, it will be what? That is the right side. This is the right side, student, and this one will be the left side. So if the object is moving from left to right here, so it will be the positive. That is why whatever be the object or the image that we will get here at the left side, we will take it as a negative, and at the right side we will take it as a positive. This sign convention is really very important to understand, students. In a simple term, when we had seen that of the sign convention, we said that the light ray which is moving towards that of the incident light, to the direction of that of the incident light, is taken as positive. So in the direction, it means it is going towards that of the right side, right? From the left to right, so it is going to the right side. So it means at the right side, whatever is kept there, whatever be the direction at the right side, it will be taken as a positive. So if the object is kept at the right side, it is positive. If the image formed at the right side, that is taken as positive. But if it is moving just opposite in the direction to that of the direction of incident light, it means from the right to left. So from right to left, it will be like this, students. So if the object, if the image is formed at the left side of that of the mirror, that is considered to be the negative. So in a very easy term, without any confusion, we just simply understand that if the distance is measured from the pole to that of the right side of the mirror, from the pole to the right side, that is taken as positive, and from the pole to that of the left side, that is taken as negative. This will help you to understand the thing very clearly, students. Okay. So from the pole to the to that of the right side is taken as positive. From the pole to that of the left side is taken as negative. I hope this concept is clear to you. Now, with the help of this, we have come to a conclusion. Now, let us see, students, what happened. Even if you take an example of a convex, although we were going to discuss the sign convention again when we will discuss the convex mirror. But if we talk about in the case of a concave mirror, you have seen that in all the cases, the object is kept here. That is at the left side. So it is because of that, object is always taken as negative. Okay. So we can say here that since an object is always kept at left side of the mirror, so U is what? That is the object distance. U, the object distance, is always taken as negative. It is always taken as negative. So one thing is clear, that whenever we will see the object distance, suppose the object is kept here, so the distance from this to pole is the U only. So this object distance is always negative. Moving on, and if you will see the image, so in case of a concave mirror, there are two conditions that occur, students. The image can be formed behind that of the mirror, it means at the right side of the mirror, or it can be formed at the left side of the mirror, it means in front of the mirror. So it can show the image which is formed in a concave mirror can be positive, can be negative. If the image is formed at the right side, which means behind that of the mirror, it is taken as positive. If the image is formed in front of the mirror, that is at the left side, it is taken as negative. So we can write it here. I hope you have understood. So let me rub it. So we can write it that in concave mirror, image formed can be positive, I am simply writing the positive as it is, or negative. It can be positive or negative. If the image formed right side to the mirror, that is behind the mirror, is negative image, or we can say then image distance, which is represented by V. Remember that. Object distance U, image distance V is negative. Second case can be if the image formed left side to the mirror, that is in front of the mirror, then the image distance is positive. At that time, the image distance will be positive. So, totally depends on where it is kept. Now, what about the focal length, students? So this is about the object and image distance. What about F, student? What about the focal length? So, in case of a concave mirror, focal length, since you know that the focus is always there to that of the left side. You have seen, students, in case of a concave mirror, since it converges in front of the mirror, so the focal length is always to the left side. So we can say that in concave mirror, the focal length is at the left side of the mirror. So the focal length will be, that is F, will be negative. It is always negative in case of a concave mirror, students. Now let us move on. We have understood the object distance, we have understood the image distance as well as the focal length. Now moving on, and we will see the height. So what are the sign conventions that we have seen for height, students? That is, if the distance we measured is in the upward direction perpendicular to that of the principal axis. It means if it is in the upward direction, so this is the upward direction, at that time the distance measured, it means the height in the upward direction, it will be height only. So height will be taken as positive. But if it is in the downward direction, at that time the height we will taken as a negative, students. Okay, so we can say, so if we talk about the height, students, so here if the height is in the upward direction, then we will taken it as a positive. But if it is taken, if it is in the downward direction, then it is taken as negative. Okay, so we can say here that the image formed above to that of the perpendicular, above to that of the principal axis, image formed above the principal axis, then height will be taken as positive. At that time the height we will taken as a positive. while if the image formed below to that of the principal axis, formed below the principal axis, just taken below to that of the principal axis, then the height is taken as negative. So we have understood here one thing, that is, if the height is above to that of the principal axis, then we will take it positive. If it is below to that of the principal axis, we will take it as a negative. And here we know that when the image formed is virtual and erect, only then the image will be at the above to that of the principal axis. At that time we will take the height as a positive. So image which is virtual and erect, taken as positive, while image second one is while image which is real and inverted, taken as negative. So these are the 2-3 things that we have understood, students. And in case of that of the concave mirror, we will find both of the condition, that is height can be positive, it can be negative. So this is the conditions, these are the sign convention that we will going to use for that of the concave mirror. Now the question arises that where we will going to use this. So for that, there is a kind of a relationship between the object distance, image distance and that of the focal length, and this relationship is represented by a formula that we call as mirror formula, students. Okay, so we will see here now what do we understand by mirror formula. So the object distance is what? The distance from that of the pole to the object is known as the object distance. Image distance is the distance from the pole to the image is the image distance. Focal length is what? The distance from the pole to the focus is the focal length. So we can say here that there is a relationship between the object distance, that is u, object distance represented by u, image distance v, and the focal length, that is f, is represented by a formula, or we can say that is given by a formula, and this formula is called as mirror formula. Okay, is known as mirror formula. So whenever somebody asks you that what do you understand by mirror formula, you will also always say that a formula which represents the relationship between the object distance, image distance and that of the focal length is called as the mirror formula. And mirror formula is equals to 1 by image distance, 1 by object distance is equals to 1 by focal length. 1 by focal length. Now with the help of the symbols, with the help of the formula, we can write it here. 1 by V plus 1 by U is equals to 1 by F. This is what, student? This is the mirror formula. 1 by V plus 1 by U is equals to 1 by F. Okay. So V is what? That is the image distance, U is the object distance, and F is the focal length. Now in this formula, we are going to put the sign convention and then we can solve with the help of the formula here. Now before we go further and try to solve the numericals, there are few things again we have to understand, and that is how to find the magnification. Okay. Okay. So now we will see the magnification which is produced by that of the mirror. We have understood the mirror formula. Now magnification produced by the mirror. Magnification produced by concave mirror. Magnification produced by concave mirror. So to find the magnification, there are some of the formula. This is we call as the linear magnification, and this linear magnification, the first formula in order to find the magnification produced by that of the mirror, it is, so it will, when we talk about the magnification, actually we are talking about the size. You know that when we talk about that magnifying anything, actually we are increasing the size there. Okay, so here the magnification is to understand the size. And how can we find the size of student? With the help of the formula. So the first formula is, that is the ratio of height, the ratio of height of image to the height of image to the height of object is known as linear magnification. Is known as linear magnification. So we can write it here, that is magnification is equals to height of image upon height of the object. Height of the image upon height of the object. Now, what are the things which is responsible? Which are the things here? Now, we can also represent it by M1. M. Magnification is represented by M is equals to height of the image is represented by H2 students. And height of the object is represented by H1. So, we can also write it as M is equals to H2 upon H1. You can also write it here. H2 is what? That is the height of the image. And H1 is what? That is the height of the object. So with the help of this formula, we are able to get the value of the magnification. We are able to find that how we can find that of the magnification, students. Okay. Now see here, this is the first thing. So here, how we will find that whether the given is negative or positive. So you see, students, whenever we talk about the height of the object, so here height of the object is always above to that of the principal axis. Suppose this is a concave mirror, so object will always kept like this. So height of the object is above to that of this, in the upward direction to that of the principal axis. So it is always taken as positive. So here one thing is clear, that is height of the object. So height of the object is always positive, always taken as positive. So H1 is always positive. H1 is positive. But In the concave mirror here, students, the height of the image can vary, because you see that if there are many times that the image is formed at the downward direction, especially in the real and inverted images, at that time height of the image, that is H2, can be negative. And you have also seen that when we have taken the virtual image, at that time the same H2 is taken as a positive. So we can say here, students, that height, it can be positive or it can be negative. Okay, so height of the image is not always positive, but it can be anything. Height of the image can be positive or negative. Okay, so when virtual, so H2 will be positive. When real and inverted, H1 will be taken as, H2 will be taken as negative. And when H2 will be negative, the magnification will came out as negative. And when H2 will be positive, obviously both of them will be positive, then magnification will be positive. So we can write it here that when H2 is positive, we know that H1 will always remain positive, then magnification is positive. And when H2 is negative, then magnification is negative. Then the magnification is taken as negative here too. So this is the one method by which we can find the linear magnification. Is there any other method? Yes, students. If suppose the height is not there and we are not knowing the value of the height there, so how can we find the magnification? So we can also find with the help of the object distance and image distance. So the formula will be the linear magnification produced by a mirror is equals to the ratio of the image distance is equals to the ratio of image distance to the object distance with a minus sign. So we can write it here, that is magnification or linear magnification is equals to minus image distance upon object distance. Or we can write in a symbol, m is equals to minus image distance is represented by v, object distance is represented by u. It will be minus v upon u. Okay. So this is another method by which we can find here the linear magnification. So we have understood this is a linear magnification. You can use the term magnification or linear magnification. So we got here two formula in order to find the linear magnification. Whatever will the value is given there, students, with the help of that we are able to get the value of magnification. So you see the first formula is, that is m is equals to h2 upon h1, and the second formula is m is equals to minus v upon u. This is the first and the second method. So if this is the first equation and second equation, so by these two equations we got another value, student, and that is by equating both of the equation together, it will be H2 upon H1 is equals to minus V upon U. Nothing I have done, this is also another kind of a equation. So nothing I have done, students. Here I have equated because m is equals to this, m is equals to this. So obviously equating the first and the second equation equating the first equation to that of the second, we get the value, that is H2 upon H1 is equals to minus V upon U. Okay.